Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name is Yana, this is The Scented. We talk fragrance, and in today's video, I'm going to be going through my KKW Fragrance Collection, and it's going to be a bit of a shopping guide for you to know what they each smell like and which ones are worth buying and which ones aren't. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I do not have every single one. I have the whole Jeff Leatham collection, I have the whole Metallic Hearts collection, I have the KKW Diamond, and I have the crystals, like the two crystals. So I will tell you guys about each of those, and there's constantly new ones coming out. Like there's another collection that I think just came out. It's hard to stay on top of it, but I think that based on the ones that I have here, I can gauge pretty much the quality, the general scent profile, because they do tend to carry a very common type of scent, and I'll tell you guys what that is. So anyway, if you guys are interested in KKW fragrances and you want to find out more and you want to know whether they're worth buying or not, then just keep on watching and make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for any new videos coming up. We do lots of fun fragrance things on this channel. Become a friend of the show and we'll do all of those things together. So here we go. I'm going to start with the crystals because I have them right here. And so I have the Crystal Gardenia and I have the Crystal Gardenia Citrus. So let's start with the Crystal Gardenia. This one I love. It is a beautiful kind of bubbly, sweet gardenia. This is exactly the kind of gardenia that I crave in the summer, that just is like beautiful, sexy, feminine, and obviously white florals, gardenia, tuberose, as far as I know, are Kim's favorite flowers, favorite scents. So a lot of these fragrances do tend to carry that white floral quality throughout. This one smells really, really nice. It almost smells like a gardenia soap in a way. And gardenia obviously is the prominent note here. I actually really like this one. It doesn't smell cheap. I love the packaging as well. I think the packaging is killer. I think all of the KKW fragrance packaging is beautiful and they get me on the packaging. I don't know about you, but when I see a new bottle, I'm like all about it just because of the way that it's presented. So they've done a really, really great job with the presentation of the bottles. This is very fresh. This is very uplifting, bright. It has a nice bright pear note. It has lots of like vacation florals, the tiare flower, the tuberose, there's musk in the base. It's a really, really nice, easy to wear gardenia fragrance. I really, really like this one. The performance is so-so. I don't think the performance on any of them is really killer, but it's worth it anyways, and it stays on clothing for quite a long time. This one I really liked wearing in the summer. I get about 4 or 5 hours out of it, and then I reapply. So that's that. This one is definitely worth it in my opinion. Then we have our Crystal Gardenia Citrus, so the same beautiful bottle. And this one, let's give it a spray. So this one is very much about the citrus. This one has pomelo, it has orange. It's a very bright, bursting citrus. And you have the white floral, so the mid notes are the same as the Crystal Gardenia. You have your Gardenia tuberose and tiare flower, but this is very citrus dominant. It's fizzy, it's very uplifting, easy to wear. It doesn't last very long. This one I honestly only get about 2 hours maximum out of it. It doesn't last very long. It doesn't really project, where the Gardenia one leaves a bit of a trail so you can smell it. This one stays a lot closer to the skin. It's a lot softer of a fragrance. I think if you like fragrances like light blue, not that they're similar, but you would like something like this. It's just a very uplifting, easy to wear citrus. Is it worth it for me? Probably not, only because even though it smells very nice, the performance is really lacking, but I do love the bottles. So if you're a sucker for a good bottle like me, then arguably worth it. Okay, next up is the KKW Diamond. This is the Kim Diamond, and this one also is very much about the white florals. This one This one has been compared to Kai. I've never smelled Kai, but a lot of people say that they smell very similar. This one to me is slightly green, foresty, like rainforest, humid, white florals, like same tuberose, very thick. Like it's very, very thick. It's a little bit overwhelming. It's a nice scent, but it almost feels like you're in like a greenhouse with these florals where they're growing and it's like the air is heavy. It smells quite heavy in that sense. There's a little bit of a ginger kick in the opening. It goes away. It really just becomes quite a heavy white floral scent. It also reminds me like along the lines of, you know, the Michael Kors fragrances. I feel like if you like Michael Kors fragrances, then you would like this one as well. But I prefer the Michael Kors fragrances. And this one has Champaka, which has this very almost like dense, almost like animalic smell to it. Like in the sense that it's almost like a decaying flower in this way, where it's like the ripest that it can be before it starts falling apart. Like it's dense. It is dense, dense, dense. You have to be in the mood for this. I don't know that this is a fragrance I could wear every day. It doesn't smell cheap. Like it's pretty well done. And I have worn this one several times. Kind of had to force myself to wear it. Like one time I was in the mood for it, but like it was so overwhelming. And then the next day I wore it and it lasts. It does last. It lasts probably about 6 hours and it leaves a trail, so people will smell you. I feel like this could be a really good vacation scent, but it's not something that I would wear every day, but it is good. So I'm going to say for people who love this type of scent, who love those white flowers, love that very like vacation-y, dense scent, this one's a good one. It's a well done, not very expensive, beautifully packaged white floral scent, but it is not for me. Okay, now let's talk about our metallic hearts. I like to keep them in their boxes. I don't know why. Because I'm not using them regularly, I like to store them in their boxes. I'm just OCD like that. But actually, the reason why I even bought them was because I thought that the packaging was so hecking adorable. I wanted to lay them all out on my dresser and just have these beautiful little hearts, and I just never did it. So this one is a coconutty, very coconutty, lotiony type of scent. It smells like a tanning oil or like a sun product, you know? It smells like something like that. I feel like if you like coconut, like this one's nice if you like coconut. It doesn't smell very expensive. This one is leaning a little on the cheap side, but look, if you can't get copper tone, but you can get KKW fragrances, in that scenario, that's worth it. But that's a rare scenario and it will probably never happen. It's a little bit of a dusty coconut. This is the kind of coconut that I don't like. And it's supposed to have honeysuckle. It's supposed to have also tiare flower, white currant. Honestly, I'm not smelling a lot of honeysuckle in here. I've become so familiar with the smell of honeysuckle because some of my neighbors grow these beautiful bushes, vines, whatever you call them, of honeysuckle, and the whole street smells, and it's glorious. It smells so good. It's mouthwatering and delicious. And now that I've been spoiled by true honeysuckle, this just ain't doing it for me. This is just a dusty coconut suntan lotion, and it is a flop. Next up, we have the Silver Heart. This one was the one that I was most excited about of the hearts because it had some really cool notes like metallic notes, ozonic notes. It had pear blossom and suede and all of these notes that really intrigued me. And this one is my favorite of the hearts. This one actually smells really nice to me. It's a very easy to wear summer day clean fragrance. It's pleasant. You get a nice light juicy pear, like almost like a pear effervescent water sort of thing, like a pear flavored bubbly. Yeah, that's this. Actually, I don't think there's a bubbly that's flavored pear, but there is a LaCroix. Anyway, that's a whole different story. But I do love those pear bubbly waters, and this kind of reminds me of it. It's a little bit floral, very pretty. I don't really smell the suede. I was very excited about the suede because I love leather notes in fragrance, and I thought it would be so cool to smell a leather note in a fragrance that's otherwise like almost aquatic and airy. But I don't get the leather, and it doesn't come out on the skin either at all. Like when I wore it, it didn't come out on the skin. But I do get this slight metallic-y touch, and it's very cool. I do like it. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit shampoo-y, almost like, I think if you like Ocean de Joya, this one kind of reminds me of Ocean de Joya. Ocean de Joya is obviously like a little bit more refined and smells a little bit more elevated, expensive, if I can say that. But this one is still very, very nice. So of the hearts, this one is worth it. Is it worth it in general in terms of like comparative fragrances? Probably not, but if you are a Kim K fan and you want something, this one is a really nice one. Very easy to wear, very fresh, shampoo-y, like light, beautiful fragrance. So this one, I'm gonna say is not a flop. I'm gonna say this one from the hearts is worth it. And lastly, we have our rose gold heart. I love rose gold. I love the way it looks. I thought it was super cute, and I had no idea what to expect for the scent. This one too has a nice juicy pear note. There's a very subtle pepperiness. There's a red pepper in here, pink pepper, and there's rose, but the rose is so subtle, like so gentle. It's not vintagey rose. It's very light and juicy and almost like dewy. It's very fresh. It's really like cute, girly. It's a pleasant scent, but I do prefer the silver heart over this one. This one's still really nice. I feel like if you like a sweeter, light rose fragrance, like maybe if you like Mont Blanc Lady Emblem or like light, juicy rose lychee combinations, then you might like this as well. But this is not a unique scent profile. This scent profile I've smelled before. It does smell like a celebrity fragrance. It's not very unique. Performance is weak, and it's actually, I forgot to mention the performance on the silver heart. Actually, and I think I forgot to mention performance on the gold heart. None of these perform, you guys. None of these perform. They last about a couple hours. They're not the strongest performers, so you're gonna have to respray. They don't last very long. They fade very, very quickly, but they smell nice in the beginning. The beginning burst of all of them, except for the gold one, just because I don't like that dusty coconut. The beginning burst is really yummy, and then it kind of is all downhill from there. Like, this is a nice rose, peony, musky scent with something that's a little bit tart and juicy. In this case, it's pear, but I feel like if you like rose lychee combinations, you will like this. I don't think it's worth it because, again, of the poor longevity and the non-unique scent profile, and just, I only really think these are worth it if you're a big Kim Kardashian fan. Then it's worth it, otherwise not worth it. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the Jeff Leatham collection. But before I do that, stay tuned until the end, you guys, because I will tell you my favorite few from this whole collection, which ones that I truly, truly think are worth it. Like, if I were to buy them right now, I'll let you guys know which ones, like, having smelled all of these, I think are actually worth it. So stay tuned until the end. Let's start with Desert Rose. I just love this packaging. I'm obsessed. They have these beautiful little roses and they have these beautiful little roses inside the box, and the bottle itself is like a teeny tiny little vase, and you can put one bloom in here, and they've killed it on the packaging for everything. But let's see what's beyond the packaging. And this one I've worn a few times, and like this one plays a trick on you because you look at it and it's this pale pink color and there's roses on the inside and you think it's gonna smell like rose, and then you smell it and you're like, what is wrong with my nose? This doesn't smell like rose. This actually is all about tuberose. This is all about tuberose. I was expecting like a dry rose scent, and I did not get that. I got like a common sort of bubblegummy-ish tuberose, light, playful, and kind of reminiscent of the white florals that are in a lot of the previous fragrances. So this one has notes of tuberose, jasmine, it has pink pepper as well, musk, vanilla, that sort of thing. Like, really? It smells a little dusty as well. I think it has to do with the aroma chemicals. I don't love the scent. I love the packaging, but I don't love the scent. I find this type of tuberose a little bit annoying. It's sweet. It almost smells a little bit dated, dusty. I don't like how this smells. I love the packaging of this, but I do not like the scent. I don't think it's worth it. The name is confusing. Why call it Desert Rose when it's about tuberose? Call it Desert Tuberose, then I'll at least know what to expect. Okay, then we have Jasmine Air. This one has little, almost like little blossoms inside, and the bottle itself is like this gray color. I love, love, love these. I want to put them on a little shelf, all three of them. I want to put little peonies in each, and I just want to stare at my wall with these little flowers and little tiny vases. I think they're the cutest thing in the world. That is the main reason that I gravitated towards them. Jasmine Air is actually really nice. This one has almost a peachiness to it because the osmanthus, there's an osmanthus note, smells like peachy, and it's really, really pretty. It's nice, juicy, very girly, very playful, quite a unique scent. It's actually probably one of the more unique ones from all of the ones here. Like, I can't compare this to anything that I know. It's shampoo-y, fresh out of the shower, but it has this like juicy peachiness about it. There's musk, vanilla, of course. Those are like the signature base notes amongst all of these fragrances. You have musk and vanilla pretty much in everything. It's a very pretty scent. I think I would recommend this one. I think it's really, really nice. Longevity is quite poor. Same thing as basically the Hearts collection. You get about 2 hours. On some of them, you get more. The Desert Rose. This one lasted me about 2.5 hours, 3 hours. This one, I hate to say this, but this one I think about an hour and a half. An hour and a half, 2 hours. This one smells amazing, does not last to save its life. It just doesn't last. It's like you have to keep spraying, spraying, spraying. So like longevity-wise, I feel like they're just a step above body mists, but they smell so pretty and they look so nice and they're just deceiving. They're just very deceiving in that sense. So anyway, Jasmine Air, I think I would recommend it, but beware that the longevity is extremely poor. Scent-wise, very pretty, but that's about it. Well, and you get a nice bottle. And then our last one is Night Iris. This one is this like charcoal, almost black little vase. And this one is like the sexy night fragrance. This one, of all of them, this one is the one that my man liked the most. He didn't like any of the other ones, honestly, from the Jeff Leatham collection. He didn't like any of them. He really liked this one. He said it's very seductive, and it is. And this reminds me a little bit of Flower Bomb, like Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb. It has that sort of seductive, sort of like patchouli-esque floral sweet scent. This one has some darkness to it. Like this has some mature facets, rich, almost like a sprinkle of like Tom Ford's like Black Orchid, except good, because I don't like Black Orchid, but I do love this. It's more of like, if it could be like some sort of Flower Bomb flanker, honestly. It has the patchouli, has a woody base, it has that like sweet, delicious berry touch. There's iris listed in here, but it's not a very powdery or makeup-y iris. And there's tobacco. There's like an undeniable tobacco note. It's very sexy, but it's more like basically if you like Flower Bomb, you will like this. This one I do really like, but it's more of like a sexy going out scent. It's nice. It is nice. It has a little bit of a dryness, kind of like a dusty facet. It smells like it's like a legit fragrance, like not a celebrity fragrance. This one actually does smell really good. Very sexy. I would recommend this one. Performance is better than the other two. This one is about 4 hours. Still not great performance, so just keep that in mind. But it does have quite a bit of a scent bubble. It does leave a trail, and people will smell you, and it will probably get you compliments. So yeah, the Night Iris is quite good. So now that we're at the end of the video, I'll let you guys know the few that I would truly recommend. Factoring in performance, factoring in like the uniqueness of the scent, how quality it is, and like my own personal taste, these are the ones that I would fully recommend. Like, you can buy them. And even blind buy wise, even though I advise against blind buying, these ones are like relatively safe, especially if you really wanted to try KKW fragrance. If you like Gardenia, Crystal Gardenia, 100%. Love this beautiful scent. Long lasting relatively compared to all the rest of them. Nice packaging. Everything about this is like ticking the boxes of expectation, and I'm happy with it. I would like confidently recommend just the Crystal Gardenia. That one is right on. Then I would recommend the Night Iris from the Jeff Leatham collection, because this is very sexy, very seductive evening scent, and bottle is gorgeous. A lot of these are winning points on their presentation, and yeah, this one I would totally recommend. And the last one that I would actually recommend is the Jasmine Air. I think it's really pretty. It's between the Jasmine Air and the Silver Heart, but I think this one is marginally better, even though the performance is so weak. It's just a really pleasant, uplifting, clean scent. So those are my three. This collection, the Jeff Leatham collection, does smell a little bit more quality than all of the other ones. Like, it smells better quality than the Hearts, for example. And I think it's because it's in collaboration with like a true florist who knows which flowers look and smell good together, I guess. So because of that collaboration, I think it was really successful. I just wish they lasted longer, but spray it on clothing, spray it on moisturized skin, and it will help. And yeah, I'm just obsessed with these little Zen bottles, honestly. I don't know what it is about them, but I just want to like keep holding it, and just want to keep holding it in my hand. So those are the three. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. Please comment down below and let me know what your favorite KKW fragrance is. Let me know which one you think is worth checking out next for me, like any of the other crystals. I would be totally down to check out, because I know there are so many and they've kind of caught my attention the most, the crystals. So yeah, if you know a good one, let me know which one I should pick up. And if you want to see more KKW reviews, I will grab them online if I must, if you guys really want to see more. So anyway, all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, and we can keep doing all the fragrance things together, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!